the importance of who you surround yourself around, because when you have spaces like this in the Pyramid Club, I was able to actually attend the roundtables, I attend events, and I've made amazing connections that I never thought that I would make, just based off of, having a drink or sitting at the bar, or, attending a roundtable and someone just being interested in knowing what I do. Oh, I know someone that's going to be able to help you, or I know this, I know that.
Welcome to People at Pyramid. On this show, we like to introduce you to your fellow members and learn what's going on inside of the club. So let's get right over to our host, Vince Quinn, to meet our guest for today.
Hello, everyone. My name is Yola Vital, and I am the owner of Recovery Space, a social service organization based here in the city of Philadelphia, as well as the owner of Green Girl Era, the #1 social club and golf club, also based here in the city of Philadelphia. And I am an amazing member of the amazing Pyramid Club, which I've been a member of 1 year.
And so, a lot of things going on. So very busy
always.
for you. And we'll start with Green Girl Era, actually, because it's brand new, right?
For sure it is.
So very recently launched. Tell me about Green Girl Era.
So Green Girl Era was launched in May of 2026 because so originally when I came here to Philadelphia, I'm not from Philly, I'm a transplant. I did not have a community, and it was very depressing. Although I was building my business, because I didn't have that community, I didn't feel welcomed. But as soon as I started feeling myself and putting myself in the right spaces, things started to shift for me. So the Pyramid Club was one of the factors. I always promote the Pyramid Club. And then with Green Girl Era, because I started doing golf, I also wanted to curate a comfortable space for women to not only enjoy golf, but to enjoy all the additional perks, whether it's with social clubs like this, the Pyramid Club, but engaging in various activities throughout, citywide, statewide, and internationally too. So yeah.
Yeah, things happen on a golf course, right?
A lot of things happen on the
It's
golf.
interesting because pretty much my entire life I've been resistant to golf.
Mm-hmm.
Part of that was I caddied when I was 14.
Okay, so you made money.
I didn't make any, because you know what? I did it for 1 day.
Okay.
I showed up for 1 day.
Okay.
And what happened was I got picked. I went around with this guy.
Yeah.
He yelled at me at the end of it because I was wearing green slacks. And they weren't like bright green. They were like a muted green. And he was like, "You can't do that if you're going to be doing this job." And I was like, is this where I'm going to be working? Like, is this the environment? Like, I'm out of here. So I bailed on it. And since then, sports radio and podcasting, like the things of my life, haven't had much golf around it.
Yeah.
But there are enough times where people bring it up, and it's like, I can't even say yes if I was invited, because I literally don't know what I'm doing. I don't have clubs. I don't know how to swing. I don't know when to use any of the stuff. You can put me on a mini golf course.
Yeah.
But anything else, I really have no idea, and it's probably hurt me.
Well, that's the thing I love about golf, because you don't need to know anything. I mostly go for the social networking part, because it's like everyone else is more experienced than me. Heck, I'm still learning how to really, I don't really know what my handicap is either, but overall for me, it's the experiences that I get while golfing, the networking part, which is the key piece for me. So, and then golf is teachable, it's not one of those things where you can't learn,
Yeah, and I am willing to learn. It's just putting in the time to do it, right? It's like, okay, when am I going to go to the driving range? Like this year alone, I've got I think it's been 7 weddings this year.
Oh my God.
I'm not even kidding. I'm not Taylor knows. He's seen me on all this stuff. So it's been absolutely insane. But yeah, thinking about golfing, because it's 3 hours, where if you're in a foursome, right? It can be. Okay.
Well, see, the thing is, it is 3 hours, but for me, I break it down where I'll do an hour and then I'll trinkle out in the golf carts and drive around and say hello to the other players. So like I said, I do more of the social aspect of it, because I love the sport because it is therapeutic, but really pushing for the networking, because the conversations that I've had on the on the field, it's, really, really amazing.
Yeah, I would figure there's something for the atmosphere, right? Like
For sure.
you're just out in the middle of
You're
nature.
in nature, the weather is great for the most part, and it's like like for me generally after I play golf, I just head over to the country club and just, have lunch or dinner. Yeah.
Yeah. There you
Yeah.
go. There you
Yeah.
go. And so like, yeah, brand new. And with that, I mean, how can people learn more about that, get involved with it?
For sure. So our Instagram is at Green Girl Era Club, but ultimately we have an open house this Friday here in the Pyramid Club. Of course, we'll be in the Franklin Room from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. But what happens is even though we're an invite only club,
Mhm.
because although I stress on networking and the social aspect, we do a lot of community impact too. So I myself, because I do own my social service agency, and it is based around the underserved, so those coming out of state prison, those that have housing situations, etc. I am teaching um, this community as to get involved. So, boots on the ground, because the city, how do I say it? Well, every city has their complications, but with the lack of education with the underserved, we're bridging that gap with Green Girl Era as well. And we have another initiative where one of our members, she's a vice principal, so we'll be having a mentoring program this fall. So each member is going to have 5 girls where they're going to mentor each quarter.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's talk a little bit about this, like, altruistic social services, that kind of work. So, I mean, with Recovery Space, like the other side of the coin here, just give me more information on that.
So I started Recovery Space originally when I came here in the city of Philadelphia. I started off with sober homes, and it was extremely difficult because I became licensed. I had the homes, and placing individuals that have all sorts of conditions. Um, I had to learn the business. A lot of it was free labor to understand how everything works. And then in that aspect, I started getting calls from different city organizations and city offices because of the work that I was doing. So I got involved with the district attorney's office. A lot of people don't know that the district attorney has funding for emergency placement if someone has witnessed a crime. So I helped in that aspect where I would house these individuals.
Wow.
And then I would get calls from those that are coming home from prison and they don't have a place to live. So providing that, whether it's transitional, emergency housing, and then I got involved with the support. So now we do the support. So we do the case management. We work with private landlords because, because of their records, they can't just walk into any apartment that they want, even though they can afford it and say, hey, I want to live here. No, it's unfortunate. Um, you know, they don't have that advantage. So working with private landlords, teaching them financial literacy, because someone that's spent 25 years incarcerated, they don't even know how to use a phone. So a lot of that falls into what I do with Recovery Space. It's a lot, but I love it. It's impactful, and it's work that I did in the past that I said one day I would own my own agency, and I so
Wow.
yeah, I stuck with it, and now I own my own agency.
Well, tell me more about that. I mean, that feeling, that drive to be like, I am going to start my own agency in this space because it's a very unique place to be.
So here's the thing: I don't like being told what to do.
Okay.
I've always had boss energy, so it would kill me because it's like I went to school. I know how to read. I know how to write. How am I going to walk into space and you're going to tell me what to do? Absolutely not. So I always put it in my mind when I worked as a case manager years back. One day I will own my own agency. I will figure it out. I do everything. I write my own RFPs, so requests for proposals. I write my own grants. So I'm the head honcho 360 with my business. But I tell everyone it's baby steps. You have to crawl before you walk. I had to do a lot of reading. I had to do a lot of reading, a lot of writing to understand how I'm getting involved in the field that I'm involved in. And I did years of community service. So a lot of people think that, oh my God, you're just going to make a ton of money. No, there's processes. And in order for you to learn a business, unfortunately, you do have to crawl. I actually went incognito working for some agencies where I would work there for just a week or two just to understand the logistics.
Interesting.
And
okay, that's
and
okay.
then, so that's how bad I wanted it. That's how bad I wanted it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's what it takes, right? Like to get something and get it to actually become something that is like living, breathing, operating, getting new people in. Like the way you've talked about it, it is an ecosystem, right? Like you have so many different aspects to be involved with this, the kinds of people you're talking about. On the government side, for example, you have to have like trust and network within the communities of people where they're around people who have been arrested or in whatever situation where they need a new place. Like to put all those things together, you need to stick around and you need to just go through, for the most part, you need to go through hell to get there.
For sure, for sure. And then and another thing, that's why I stress the importance of who you surround yourself around, because even as starting a business, especially new in the city, not knowing where to go, when you have spaces like this in the Pyramid Club, it's like I was able to and I haven't even been a member for a year. So I actually attend the roundtables, I attend events, and I've made amazing connections that I never thought that I would make just based off of, having a drink or sitting at the bar or, attending a roundtable and someone just being interested in knowing what I do and trying to put the pieces of the puzzle where, oh, I know someone that's going to be able to help you, or I know this, I know that. So a lot of people tend to not understand what paid memberships mean. I prefer paid memberships. If it's not paid, I'm not going to be in that space.
Yeah.
Because I know the quality of individuals, would just turn it up another notch for everything that I want in my life, and especially for my business.
Well, it's commitment in that same way, right? Like if you're going to run a business, like I said, you need to be around. You got to be willing to gut it out to like get that traction and earn it and understand how to operate it. And then at the same time, like you got to be showing up to places.
For
like
sure.
if you are paying, you are committed, you are more likely to show up. And so you do see people again and again. And then you do get the knock-on effect of like, oh, this person does this and this person does that. And like the, just natural connections that you make. Like, yeah, it all ties together.
And then the thing is, it's one thing to make the payment, but it's another thing sitting at the bar. If you're sitting at the bar solo and you're not actually starting conversations with people, what do you think is going to happen? You actually have to. So when I first moved to Philly, they called it being Joe.
Okay.
For me, I was like, I didn't care because where I'm from, it's called networking. I'm going to get in your face. I want to know who you are, what you do, and in what capacity could we somewhat help each other, or if you have someone in your circle that can help me, I have someone that can help you, etc. So I always tell people, being Joe allowed me to do a lot of things in a short amount of time here in the city of Philadelphia, and I will continue to be Joe, and I will continue to be Joe here in the Pyramid Club.
There we go. Okay. Well, how about this? When you're not in the Pyramid Club, Joe, what do you do in your free time?
So, what do I do in my free time? So I'm always working, and with my social club with Green Girls, and then here at the Pyramid Club. I mean, for the most part, if I'm not here, I travel. So another key component with Green Girl that I want to stress is we're not only going to be local or interstate. So I just got back from Ghana about a month and 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
I was in Ghana and I was in Kenya, and I was able to visit the golf courses there and network with the golf associations. And it's amazing to see how these individuals travel themselves. They travel to Shanghai, they travel to Cairo for not only golf, but to network.
Mm-hmm.
So in that spectrum, not only was I able to network with those clubs out there, but they're inviting us to these clubs internationally, to mix and mingle, attend events, etc. So Green Girls is going to, how do I say this, catapult sooner or later.
Yeah.
Because I do plan on, because my son is in school internationally in Ghana.
Okay.
So I do plan on having a girls trip Ghana, in Accra, Ghana soon. So maybe like in a year and a half.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a lot of things going on, a lot of stuff to keep up with, a lot of reasons to connect as well. So if people want to connect with you, Yola, what's the best way to do that?
So they can connect with me on LinkedIn. They could look for Yola Vital. Or if they want to see the other side of me, they can find me on Instagram at Surgery Boss. So that's SurgeryBoss.
Yeah, and then a colorful account, a nice bright pink,
bright
vibrant.
Pink, vibrant, because everything about me, nothing nothing is boring. So a lot of pinks, a lot of wows.
Yeah, well, the energy is excellent, and I appreciate it. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it too.
Thank you for listening to People at Pyramid. If you enjoyed the show, please tell a fellow member. If you would like to be a guest on the show, check the show notes, and we look forward to seeing you around the club soon.